going on? Before we even start the video, what is this? What is she doing? Let's find out.
Watch how this woman have a meltdown after being denied entry into the neighborhood clubhouse.
Oh, so this is the problem over here.
Were you guys here before?
Yeah, we're just here.
So that lady was trying to get into the clubhouse and we were working out, and I don't think that she's supposed to be coming in, so we weren't allowing her in. And then she was asking these kids to let her in, and I told them don't let her in, because I was a little bit nervous. She was out there talking to herself, and you guys were just here, and we're just whatever. So she saw me say that, and she took a chair, and she started to slam it into the glass door.
Did it break?
Right, because who are you? Who are you to say that somebody can't be in there? Are you neighborhood watch? How you know she ain't supposed to be in there? Maybe she was on the phone. You don't know. Nah, but that's good for you though, because sometimes you can catch the vibe of people, and you know, like when somebody don't belong somewhere. So that's understandable. But at the same time, lady, that ain't your job. You don't police who come in and out.
I don't know if it broke. It might have cracked.
Calling me.
John, do you have your records?
Are you inside?
Yeah.
Okay, what did she do?
She took those metal green chairs and threw them out the door a bunch of times. Out the window. At the
Yeah, I saw.
door.
We have a video.
Nothing broken.
Look, you all.
Listen, we're having.
Because we're the ones that look like the bad guys who told on her.
Did y'all move the chair back?
What?
Did y'all move the chair back?
She put it back because she saw me starting to video her, and then she stopped.
Okay, well, I mean, there's no damage. I thought the glass was broken. How it sounded when the call came out. That's why I actually come. But it was like just only this person tripped or whatever.
You had the video?
You saw?
Yeah,
You saw her doing it?
We were looking to see if she had left. I couldn't tell if it was in here.
We were.
Yeah, Dennis was here before.
Yeah, but he left, and I was like, don't let him go. I am scared. But she didn't realize how scary she could be.
Get her information.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
how did you?
Ready to report something.
Well, you saw what happened.
Yeah.
Go come outside.
I think
Stay
that's what it
outside and watch the
Oh, so she was sitting down at first. It's two of y'all and one of her. And y'all scared. Look at her hiding behind the couch. She sat back down.
How did she even get through the gate if she's not allowed to come to the clubhouse? Somebody let her in?
People let her in. I mean, nobody knows.
Okay.
You know? And then she left.
Okay. So, I mean, when I'm done with all this, I get some paperwork.
Sorry.
Okay.
You know the whole backstory, what it's all about?
Yeah, I was here. I was the first one to the whole board thing.
Right, so
That was me. And that still trickled onto this to like a month or two later?
she got suspended. I mean, she didn't show up to the hearing.
Okay. All right, man. Raise your right hand. You swear in affirmative, but it gave us the whole truth and the truth?
Yes.
All right. So tell me what happened tonight.
So we were in the clubhouse working out, and
Man, come on. Sometimes, like, I know, you call the police, so you got to get your report. But you ain't got to go all out, like, with this snitching thing. I get it. They need your statement. I know. But at the same time, it's on video. It's on video. You don't need my word. Like, there's no need for me to snitch if it's on video. Just refer to the video. And go on about your day, lady. Go on about your day. You done good. Good job. You kept her out. You called the authorities. Now go on. Actually, you know what? You're doing a good job. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said that. You're doing a good job.
there was another guy in there, and and we saw the police actually while we were about going in.
Okay, so
With the
who was
lady?
here before with her? Okay.
Yeah, and then we went in, and we said, what's going on outside, to this guy that was working out, and he said, the lady that's been doing these parties and making money at the clubhouse or whatever is in trouble, and the cops came. And we said,
what was that lady wearing?
A black shirt and pink pants.
Okay.
And so we asked what's going on, and he said, whatever, she's in trouble. So we said, okay. And then she started to come to the clubhouse and try to get in, and she looked like a little frazzled, and I don't know if she was on the phone or talking to herself or what, but we were like, told the guy, because I was like a little nervous, because I was like, she's trying to get in, and we were like 3 girls there.
When did she try to get in?
That's 3 of y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
3v1.
She was trying to get in, and we didn't let her in, we just ignored her. And then there was like kids at the pool, and she was trying to ask them to let her in. And they were starting to let her in, and I got nervous, and I said, like, don't let her in. And then when she saw me do that, she picked up a chair and started throwing it at the glass door. And she was, like, looking at me. I couldn't hear what she was saying, but she was, like, it looked like she was saying, like, yelling or whatever. Like, she was upset. And I got nervous that the glass was going to break. She was going to get in, so I called 911.
You guys were in the main area of the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Working out, and the kids tried to let her in. You guys said no. Why'd you guys say no?
I did. Because I had seen that she was just in trouble, and the guy that was there before said don't let her in, and I was a little bit nervous because she, like, I don't know, I just was scared. Like,
you were scared?
She was just with
Why
the
did y'all
cops,
leave?
and I didn't know what, I don't know, I just, there was nobody there.
So you were afraid that she was just with us, law enforcement. You didn't know what she was trying to do coming in. You're afraid, okay.
And the guy told us don't let her in, and I just knew she was like kind of in trouble about other stuff.
Were you in a sense afraid because something was going to happen to you and your friends? Or when you say you were afraid, how were you afraid for yourself? You were afraid for everybody?
Yeah, I mean, we were 3 like girls there alone, and I just didn't know. She seemed a little bit erratic, and I know she was just with you guys, like I said, and I just didn't know what was going to happen.
I mean, obviously, if she was just with the police and they didn't take her away, then it must not been that big of an issue. They didn't get her for trespassing, which means the manager there didn't say they don't want her there or nothing like that. So, I mean, was she really that big of a threat that she had y'all scared? And I get it. Somebody told y'all not to open it up for her, but once again, I'm asking this question again. Who are you? Who are you to lock somebody out? You don't even work there.
Okay. And with all this in mind, you wish to prosecute reference to the assault?
Yeah, so it'll make it safer for everyone here, I guess.
It's not an I guess. You don't say yes or no.
Okay, yes.
You're willing to prosecute? Okay. The whole statement you just gave is the whole truth, but the truth?
Yeah.
There's no absent information that you're forgetting to tell me? How you doing? Alright, so I'm here again.
She
okay?
lives there.
Alright, I gotta read something to you. Alright, I'm required to warn you before you make any statement you have fallen custody rights. You got the right to remain silent, answer my questions. Any statement you make must be freely and voluntarily given. Do you understand these rights to be read to you?
Yes, I do now.
And you wish to speak to me?
I don't have a reason not to.
I need a yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so what happened after I left, or what happened to me and my partner left?
I had to go pee. So I asked the young lady that was coming out of the pool if she could let me in so I could pee real quick. And she said, sure, no problem. But when she went to open the door, somebody from the inside was like doing like, I don't know, but like she saw it. I didn't see it because I was facing the pool. And she says, like, I don't know what's going on. They don't want me to open the door for you. So I said, okay, no problem. So I sat back in the chair. And then there was a gentleman in there earlier, Dennis, that had told him not to let me in the clubhouse. He was also the one that attacked me at the clubhouse a few weeks ago. And the police said that as long as he didn't touch me, they couldn't do anything to him. And he's been up there harassing me a couple of times. But they finally came and went to his house and told him not to bother me. He told the girls not to let me in. The young lady and her brother left, or they went to the tennis court. And then I went and knocked hard on the door. All I wanted to do was use the bathroom and then come home. I'm still sweating. And then when I saw they wouldn't let me in, I went to the side, came home.
Okay.
That ain't all happened, lady.
Still trying to cool down from...
See. If you'd have told the part about you taking the chair and hitting the door, I would have believed every word you said, lady. I would have believed you. But since you didn't mention that, and I get it, you don't want to snitch on yourself, but since you didn't mention that, I can't believe you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But the crazy part is she lived there, and those girls labeled her saying she shouldn't be there, and she looked dangerous. And no, she lives there. She lives in this nice community. Look at the house across the street. A nice house. And these girls was just like labeling you as a danger to society. I mean, I don't know who the guy was that was telling them don't let you in, but apparently y'all got beef or whatever. But I wish you would have just told the whole truth, lady. I wanted to believe you. I still want to believe you, but dang.
You know, all the heat and exhaustion, and that was it.
So wasn't it?
How were you able to access the clubhouse?
When I don't know his name, but we walked in together. It was me, the young lady, and her brother. We walked into the clubhouse, not the clubhouse, but the back, the sitting area.
Okay.
And I sat there. I didn't bother them. They didn't bother me. They swam, and I sat there just trying to cool down. But then when I had to go to the bathroom, I said, "Could you? I just want to go to the bathroom real quick." And that's when the girls were talking to them about not letting me in. So I sat there for a while. Then I knocked hard on the door, and I just left.
Knocked hard, huh?
Okay.
I just left.
But from the prior instance where we're here, you're not allowed at all at the clubhouse.
Our community regulation says that if a homeowner does something that you believe is a violation, the first thing that has to happen is a hearing. So the hearing, I've never spoken to the board about their concerns. All I've been getting, and I could show you, threats after threats, email after email, not getting in the gate. It's just been a lot. I have not gone to their house. You see, I call you guys if I need you. I don't touch people. I don't go harass them at their house. But I wanted to use the bathroom, and you could ask those two kids. They actually walked with me. I came here and they went to their house. They were like, they don't know what's going on. And I'm like...
So you're aware that you can't go to the clubhouse. That's all that with the community, that's a civil matter. So you know that you're not supposed to be there. So you said you wanted to cool off or use the bathroom. So a reasonable person would say, you live 5 houses away from the community. Would it be wiser to walk home than stay in the area that you're not supposed to be?
The rules of the community says that you cannot remove access, block clubhouse, pool, when it is a non-monetary violation.
All right. Again, we're getting a little off track here.
Yes.
All right. So while you was out there, you did the statement you said about you were at the pool.
I was sitting down on it.
Sitting in the pool. You
No,
asked
not
somebody
in
to
the
get
pool.
inside. Somebody
Yes.
inside said whatever in reference to another incident.
No, I was
the
not
lady won't let
involved
you
in
in.
that. The young lady from the pool and her brother went to the door.
They try to let you get in.
Yes.
Okay,
and
cool.
then somebody said something
Said
to
about
them.
another to not let you in.
And I was like, don't worry, it's okay. So the brother and the sister started leaving. And then I got up
And you left.
and no, I hit the door. It wouldn't open, so I left.
You hit the door or what?
I hit the door with what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you hit the door.
Yeah, I hit the door with my hand. The chair that was behind me.
You
Now the truth
No,
coming
when I
out.
backed up, the chair hit the door.
You backed up. The chair hit the door.
Yeah, because I was sitting, let's say this is the glass, so the chair was like this. My chair was like this. This is the table, so I'm like this. So I'm looking at the pool. I wasn't even looking inside, I was looking at the pool.
You stand up. The chair.
That's
hit the
true.
door.
That's
Okay.
true.
Continue, and
Yes, because what happened
you
is-
hit the door with your hands.
No, because when the kids came from the pool, I had to move.
Okay.
So when I moved the chair so they could come and do the gate thing. And then they were there trying to get, so when I sat back down, I told them to leave, they left. And when I stood up, it was like the power of the chair hit the door.
Okay.
You see how fast somebody will lie to you. And she's just going on. Like, she's just going lie after lie. Lady, we literally saw you on footage picking up the chair, hitting the door. You caught red-handed. You got to understand that it's cameras everywhere. Nothing in this world you can do without being caught on camera, unless it's in the bathroom. But they're going to catch you before you go to the bathroom, because there's going to be cameras on the outside of the bathroom. Literally, everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Walk into your crib, you might think, oh, it's safe. It's safe. I'm walking in the neighborhood and I'm walking to my house. But somebody's going to have you on camera walking through the neighborhood. On a Ring doorbell camera, house security cameras. You're always being watched. Always. So why lie, lady? You caught. You're caught.
I left. I was like, you know what? They're not going to let me in.
Alright, so with everything you just told me, that's what happened tonight?
Yeah, I didn't do anything to nobody. The only person I talked to was the sister and the brother.
The sister and the brother that was outside by the pool?
Yes.
Or no, you didn't talk to nobody inside?
No.
What were you saying to the people that was inside?
I didn't say anything. Because, you know, they were acting scared and everything. I don't know what Dennis told them because they really looked frightened. And I don't know what he told them.
Okay, no problem. Do me a favor though, stand up.
Dang, you getting arrested.
Put your hands behind your back.
I did not assault anybody,
Hands together
officer.
like you're praying. Hand palm to palm like you're praying.
I did not assault anybody, officer.
You know what's crazy? She sat there and told her whole story. And she very well spoken. She was polite. But she told that whole story. Even threw in lies into it. And still getting arrested. You could have saved your breath, lady. That was pointless. You did all of that. A little 5-minute speech and still getting arrested. Waste of time.
Because when Dennis, the same guy that was in there tonight, came in there and assaulted me,
It don't even
they
matter,
said as
shorty.
long as he didn't touch me, because I didn't touch nobody.
Well, assault's not touching people.
What is it?
Okay. So we'll explain it to you. We'll read it to you verbatim.
I don't even know what what did you say it
Assault.
was?
Yes.
What was that?
What did you say it was?
It could be verbal too, like that.
Assault?
Assault.
How can I assault somebody when I'm not even in their presence?
Well, sit in the car, I'll explain it to you. Just take a seat for me. We'll get the air going.
But I didn't buy medication.
And what medication was that?
I need my medication box.
What's your name?
But I did say that I need my medication, so can we go get that?
We'll work on that in a second.
All right.
Not right this minute, okay? Are you getting enough air back here? Can you feel it?
Yeah, it's good.
What's your name? I'll be right back.
It's all good. They always scared of black people. Aggravated assault. I didn't even see those girls.
Man, shut
I
up.
told those girls.
We always gotta play the race card. No, lady, you caught. You're caught. You literally picked up a chair and was banging on the window, yelling at the girls. My people. I love my people, but dang, we always got to be the victim of something. You're not a victim. You actually guilty. You're guilty, lady. Stop. You're caught.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Bet you if it was a white person, I'd have a seatbelt on.
Okay, now that might be true.
How the hell I take it off? How can I put on my seatbelt? You're neglectful. Not me. Like, how am I gonna put on my seatbelt? I'm handcuffed. And he's talking about I took off the seatbelt. Nobody never put on the seatbelt.
Look away from me.
Look away.
Yep.
You might have a point there, my sister.
Body away.
Ridiculous. You charging me a criminal offense for a chip on the door?
Criminal mischief, criminal mischief.
I didn't do that. And that door has 1,000 chips. You guys always overcharging black people. Because I'm sure there's 1,000 chips on that door. Which chip? No, I'm not going to stop.
Oh, you gotta stop.
I don't care. I'm telling you that you cops do not treat everybody fairly.
So I thought you didn't hit it with the chair.
I did not. That's why I told you. I did not chip the door. I did not touch any place.
So the video is not you?
The video is me, but I didn't damage. The door's not damaged.
Make your mind
I
up. Did
left
you hit
the
it or
pool and I
not?
walked straight home. Where did I cause a scene? With whom? There was nobody in the pool area. When I walked home by myself. So who did I disturb? You guys could charge, but never want to explain anything.
She got way too many stories, way too many lies. She can't remember her lies. She said earlier that she walked home with those two people. They kept walking and she went home. She said she didn't bother nobody. She walked home with those two. Then she went and said that she never hit the door, that when she got up, the chair hit the door, And she never done that. And now she's saying she didn't hit it. Then she said she did hit it. She didn't chip it. Too many lies. Once you tell one lie, you got to remember 100 more to come with it. You want to blame it on race. You literally want to blame it on race, though. That's just my people, my peoples, my peoples. You didn't hit the door. You didn't hit the door. Are you sure? Are you sure? Look. You caught, shorty. You caught. At least you fixed the chair, though. You wasn't talking to nobody, but you talking to them. Oh, you grabbed another chair and hit it again. But we want to pull the race card. Dang, man.